Alright, here we go. Whitney fight. This is our team. So, we've got Tech. He's Impish, Chestoberry. That's the only ability he can have, so it's pretty useless, I think. We've got Rock Slide, Stealth Rock, Rest, Rock Polish. So, we can send him out first. We can do a Stealth Rock, always a great starting move. And then we can either kill the Wigglytuff by using Rock Slides, potentially use a Rock Polish if we end up being slower. So we'll see on the Stealth Rock if we're slower. So if Wigglytuff doesn't destroy us with like an attack, we can Rock Polish, Rock Slide, but what will most likely happen is we'll want to switch out. And you've got the rest to go with the berry. Okay? We got a Lumberry on you, which is just a better version of that berry. Got tons of attack. We got Adamant Nature. We got the Magnitude. We got the Brick Break because Whitney has all normals. So Brick Break if it's super effective, Magnitude if it's not. We got Spikey Shield. Block some attacks. We got the rest to go with the Lumberry. Okay, we got Brick Break on this guy as well, just because it's super effective. We've got Crunch, so that the Psychic normal type we can beat with Crunch, hopefully. We've got Thunder Wave. Statusing like a Miltank or a Vigoroth just feels good. And then we've got the Rest plus Chestoberry staple. Again, Rest plus Chestoberry. Got the Mummy to change their abilities if they matter. Super, super tanky. Both defenses in the hundreds, HP over 100. Well, all of those are Ds and IVs, so that could be changed, but we're not rich enough for that yet. We got Will-O-Wisp. If they're a physical attacker, burning them is huge because they just lose half their attack stat or whatever. We got Psychic because ghost types won't hit normals. We got Thief, so if we use our rest combo first, we can use Thief to steal their leftovers or whatever. We got Kog'Maw, Toxic Whirlwind, U-Turn, Moonlight, such a toxic moveset. We got Shield Dust in case they want to paralyze us with Body Slam and stuff. Got the Black Sludge, heal us every turn like leftovers because we're poison type. We found this on Mux. We used Thief on Mux in the wild to steal it. OP. We've got Crush, Brick Break, 2 stab moves, and Crunch, also for beating that Psychic. Okay. So that's our squad. We're going to send out Tech. We're going to use the Stealth Rock. We're probably going to get wrecked by the Wigglytuff. If we don't, we can try to beat it with you. But if we do, we can switch you out for somebody else. And we'll think about that when the time comes. So here we go. Time to fight. Quit. All the gym leaders from this point on should be really difficult. Compared to at least, you know, Brock and Misty and stuff. Bugsy. They're all like medium threat level, whereas these dudes are tough. Can't even imagine what the end game's gonna be like if we ever get there. So we're faster, so we don't need to rock polish. Hopefully this doesn't hurt too much. Okay, that's a pretty reasonable amount, so I think we can stay out and try rock sliding some. We're faster, it might make her flinch. We've got rest. Okay, rock slide hurt a lot. I didn't expect it to do that much damage. So 2 more of those and she's dead. Oh, flinch is beautiful. So we can rock slide here, and then we can rest next turn, and then we can rock slide again. Or we can just... Okay, the point of resting here would have been we would have taken 2 play roughs, and we'd be at pretty low health, but since Whitney didn't get an attack off, we can just rock slide again. Now that's assuming that switching to somebody else or whatever... Because Wigglytuff's a good one to set up on, so there's potential that maybe we should have tried to set up on her, but... Okay, now we got a Miltank. We heard it a little bit. I don't know if it... I don't remember what Miltank does, move-wise. So it'll probably use a fighting attack, I imagine. So I kind of like switching to Atem here and burning it. But switching to Kog'Maw here and poisoning it is also good. So that's a tricky choice. I think we want to go with the Kog'Maw. I think it'll use a fighting attack. I don't think it'll use Body Slam into a rock type. So I think we can switch to Kog'Maw here. And maybe switching on the Wigglytuff would have been better than switching on the Miltank, I'm not sure. Stomping Tantrum, is that a rock type attack? No, that's a ground type. Okay. Which is good against poison, bad against bug. So I get to heal with Black Sludge, and they get to heal with their ability. We can Toxic it. Body Slam, we shouldn't be able to get paralyzed. We get the Toxic out, which is good, and we should survive another Body Slam, I believe. Because we'll heal up here. Then we can Moonlight. I think we healed up enough. We're at just under half health, but we got hit with 2 attacks, so I think we're good to Moonlight here. I think this will get us down to like 10 health or something. Okay, 11 health, pretty good guess. We should Moonlight. We can just stall this out and let him die to Toxic here. Should be the play. We don't need to Whirlwind because Toxic will just ramp up and kill her. We don't care about the leftovers. We have Black Sludge plus Moonlight. Should heal more than she can deal. And I don't think we can be paralyzed because of her ability. I mean, it looks like we heal about 20 more than she deals. So we can just sit here Moonlight while she Toxics to death. Now we also have the option of switching out with U-turn. Which we don't need to do yet, but that's good to keep in mind. So this might be a little grindy here, but that's what the whole Toxic strat is about. Swoop. So now we're back to full HP. And it's dying to the poison. I don't really want to waste a Moonlight here. I don't really want to Whirlwind. Do we just use a Toxic here to save move slots? Because if we had Venoshock, so we could have left Venoshock on, which might have been smart because we didn't end up wanting to Whirlwind, right? I don't think we want to let Miltank. I'm not sure if like the Toxic resets or not, because it does twice as much damage every turn or something. So if we Whirlwind Miltank here, then it might reset the Toxic. And if we U-turn, then we'll switch to somebody else, which isn't actually the worst idea. He is just using Body Slam, so we could switch to a Tem pretty much for free. But it depends who we want out for the next Pokemon, is kind of the thing. I think the next Pokemon is going to be the Psychic Pokemon. I hate to use up all my Moonlights, but I think we probably just Moonlight again here and then U-turn. I think that's the play. I don't want to be too greedy with PP. But it's better to be at more health than to have more Moonlights in reserve, I think. Because after Miltank dies, I imagine she'd send out the Psychic type, and I don't want to deal with that with Kog'Maw. So I think the next Toxic turn will kill her, so we're going to U-turn here, which means we should be able to choose who we have on the field for her next Pokemon, which would be really, really good. We're not at full health anymore, so if we Moonlight, we would have been at full health at the end of this battle, but instead we get to choose who we want out to start the next fight. So it's either Locke here, who's got the Thunder Wave and the Crunch, pretty slow, or it's Crush, who's got the Crunch and the. I mean, they both have Brick Break. I think we go with Locke here, because I want to kill that Psychic type with Crunch, and if they don't send out the Psychic type with Crunch, I can Paralyze, or I can just Brick Break. Okay, Toxic kills. So we probably can't send out Dustox anymore, but, I mean, it did pretty good. Alright, so we got the Vigoroth. I don't know what Vigoroth's ability is, and I don't know if it has a held item that'll be a problem here, but I know it does like to bulk up, and I'm worried we won't be able to kill it fast enough, so I really want to Paralyze it. So maybe it would have been better to have the Ghost type out here and burn it, but I was hoping it would send out the Psychic. And I think we can just start Brick Breaking it and kill it. But we might have to switch to the Ghost type, because I think it's gonna start hurting quite a bit if it hits us. We do still have Rest. I mean, Brick Break doesn't hurt enough. It's kind of an issue, but it is paralyzed. It keeps raising its physical defense, which we really don't like. I think we can hold out a little longer before having to switch to the Ghost. But he can start Psychicking it, and he's immune to its physical attacks. Or he's immune to its normal and fighting attacks. But, I mean, honestly, if we can just keep brick breaking it, it might be good. So Body Slam hurts a bunch. I think Electric type are immune to poison, or paralyze. So we can expect it'll use Body Slam here again, which means... Well, we're faster than it. We could rest, go back to full health, but then it'll just hurt us again. If it's paralyzed, though, then we end up at full health, and as is, we can't send you out again. So, I mean, it's... If it gets a crit, we die. But if it's paralyzed, which is, I think, like a 50% chance or 30% chance or something, that's a much higher chance than him getting a crit. So I'm going to go with the rest. If he is paralyzed, we get to heal for full health for free. If he isn't, we probably just end up at this health again, and we lose our berry. But, oh shoot, he was faster. That was a big mistake then. I just completely missed that he was faster than me. Wow, that was really, really bad. I thought I was faster. I think I just... Wow. Alright. Well, that's definitely unfortunate. Okay, so... We want to hit him with a special attack, and Atem's the only one with special attacks. Right? Everybody else does physical. So I think it makes a lot of sense to send out Atem here. I don't know what he'll use against it. It's a nice one to switch to, but we just send out Atem here. Okay, knockoff super effective, and he bulked up twice, so that's really, really not good for us. But I think Psychic will kill him here because he's pretty low. We lose our berry too, so we can't heal. That's really rough. Oh, and he doesn't die. Shoot. So he's going to use knockoff again. Who's our fastest Pokemon? He's going to use knockoff again. Okay, we really messed that up there. Can Kog'Maw survive? Okay, he was faster than Locke. 47 speed. I think the 60 speed will be faster. And I don't think a knockoff will kill Crush, but we need Crush to kill the Psychic Pokemon, so I'm kind of nervous about that. I feel like Sally might be the answer here. Does anyone have Extreme Speed or Quick Attack or anything? Oh, you have Spiky Shield. Okay, that's a way to beat him. So we'll tank the knockoff here. Okay, it's paralyzed, that's good. Now we can Spiky Shield, and if it's paralyzed, whatever, and if it's not, he kills himself. Nice. Good job. Good job, Sally. Definitely a blunder on the electric dude. I thought I was faster. Okay, so now this is the Psychic Pokemon that I wanted my Eel to be out for. Unfortunately, couldn't do that. So we can either Magnitude. I think we just Magnitude here. We could switch out to Crush and hope he lives 2 attacks. Do we have enough power on our team left to beat, They have the Dragon left. The Dragon Pokemon is still around. I don't know if these 3 can beat the Dragon Pokemon. Huh. If we have Sally fight here, Sally's gonna be pretty low. I think we try for the Crunch. So hopefully you can tank 2 attacks from this dude, and then you can get a Crunch off. Maybe Crunch isn't even strong enough to kill it, though. This could be a mistake. So that, I don't think that kills. Hopefully it doesn't do half my health. Oh shoot, it did so much. So 53 left. So we gotta do a little bit of math here. I think I'll survive at like 2 health, and I think I gotta risk it, but that really sucks how much damage that did. I think I'll survive at just a couple health. Nice. Quick maths. But this won't kill, will it? Nice, it did. Okay, we really needed that to kill. The Psychic Pokemon is kind of an issue. It's pretty fast and it does so much damage. So Crush did his job, and now we just have to beat the Dragon. Okay. So. I think he won't use a normal attack. So switching to Atem's not free here. He might buff himself or something. He might one-shot Kog'Maw if we switch to Kog'Maw. It's kind of an issue. I think my Pokemon will go first, but I don't think I can one-shot him. So how do we beat this dragon? While you listen to the bit. I don't think it'll one-shot Kog'Maw. And if we can poison it, we're doing great. But I really don't want Kog'Maw to die either. I feel like it has to be Kog'Maw here. Shockwave. That's interesting. So we heal a little bit with our Black Sludge. I think it'll kill us, though. It's kind of an issue. So what do we do? Because it'll use a better move than that. So we could Moonlight. Are we faster? I think that dragon dude is kind of slow. I think we're probably in a situation where we kind of need to be faster and hope that he doesn't have a better move than that. Right. 59 is not very fast for speed, but I think we gotta try it. Hopefully this gets us to enough health where it takes 2 hits to kill us for whatever he chooses, because then we can use another move. It is full health. Oh, he's got a fire move. That was unexpected. So that's gonna do 64 damage, right? That's gonna do really close to 64 damage. Wish I'd paid more attention to the numbers. Because it brought us down to like 50, but we weren't at quite full. So it did probably around 60 damage. So it's like, it's very on the fringe of whether it will kill us or not. We could go first in U-turn. And then he'll use there we go, SD Wit in the chat. This is an intense battle here. We're on the last Pokemon. We messed up and got our eel killed, but other than that, the battle's been pretty clean. So he's going to use a fire attack, which is double not very effective against Crush, but he's too low. I think we U-turn into Sally, and then we have Sally beat him. I think this is the play. Could have Tech try, but I think Sally's the play. It is Whitney, yeah. I think it's the girl leader right before the Snorlax block. That sounds right. So I think this attack is going to do about 60 damage, and I'm not sure what to do about it. Because if it only does 63 damage, we can use Toxic here, and we're set. And if it does 64 to like 70, then we die if we Toxic. But I'm a little nervous that Sandslash can't beat this guy by himself. Because we could U-turn, and then Sandslash will tank the hit. But then Sandslash has to win the whole battle here by himself, probably. Which he might be able to do with Magnitude and Spiky Shield. Oh, it's a tough one. We're risking Kog'Maw's life on this one. It's tough. I'm going to go with we're not going to die on this hit, and I'm going to try the Toxic, but it is close. I think it's going to do like 60-something damage. So, we'll see. Because the Toxic on him is huge. I think we might be able to beat it without the Toxic, is the other issue, though. But this is going to do 60-something damage. So we're going to survive at like a couple health or we're dead. Darn. I think that only killed us by like a couple points of damage. But we should be pretty safe at winning it. Whereas if we had went with the other strategy... then if Sally lost that 1v1, Tech would have had to beat it, which isn't great. Because these two are done. Like, they can't fight it. They'll die in one hit each. So we lost Kog'Maw too, which is quite unfortunate. So we use Spiky Shield. So if he does a physical attack, it'll block it. Or if he does an attack move, not a status move, it'll block it. If he does a physical attack, it'll return damage. So now... Oh, Dragon isn't resistant to fighting, that's good to know. So we got super effective Brick Break, and then we can Spiky Shield again, and then we can rest, and then we can Spiky Shield. So we should be like super, super solid on this, unless he like crits and one-shots us. Like, we can stall out turns on Sally so well. It works really well with Toxic. So Paralyze here would be big. Okay. So yeah, if we switched into Sally, it would have been tricky. Because he two-shots us. But now we can Spiky Shield. This will block his attack. So then he takes another tick of poison. So now if we rest, he has the opportunity to crit us. So I think the answer is Brick Break here. Because we're faster. But we could have done rest, and then we could have done Spiky Shield again. And that would have stalled us 2 more turns. Oh, Bill's here. We just beat Whitney. The losses were higher than I was hoping, though. We get our Moo Milks. We get our Evolite. But unfortunately, we lost our eel. I love this eel. And we lost Kog'Maw. So the eel, I think I was just... I thought I was out there fighting for quite a while on him. And I thought I was faster. And I think I just, like, complete brain farted on it or something. Because I was fighting him for a while and I thought I was faster. So I did a move, and then he was faster and killed me. And I was really confused. Because we paralyzed him first. So I thought I was faster, but I wasn't. And then Kog'Maw, I calculated the move would do like 60-something damage. We were at 65 health. So I think we just died by like 2 or 3 HP, probably. But we did that to set up the Toxic for Sally, so she could beat the dragon for sure. Without the Toxic, I don't know if Sally would have been able to beat it. And then we would have lost a lot of people. So I felt it was worth risking the couple health. Like, it was really close whether Dustox would die from that attack or not. Unfortunately, though, we lost our Toxic Pokemon. Toxic's so